suburban women turned to the 7 Action News investigators looking for justice.
They were attacked outside a bar in Hamtramck, and the man who hit them, well, an off-duty Detroit firefighter.
Did he use his badge to wiggle his way off the hook?
That's what 7 Action News investigator Scott Lewis wanted to know, so he started digging and came up with what I guess you could call a smoking gun.
Well, Scott, you also found out this guy has a history, right?
He does. Another bar brawl and allegations that he assaulted his wife. And yet he never got more than a misdemeanor ticket, and even that didn't stick. Some are questioning his fitness to wear a badge. Punchki Day 2011. Samantha Strozinski and Jennifer Pandurin strike a pose before going out to celebrate Fat Tuesday in Hamtramck. At the Mars Bar, Strozinski strikes up a conversation with an off-duty Detroit firefighter named Mike Risher. 4:39 p.m. Things are quiet inside the bar, but outside, all hell is about to break loose. Punchki Day is about to turn into Punch Me Day. The two women are having words with a burly firefighter. Strozinski says she tells Risher she and her friend are going to go get something to eat. He wants to come along. She says Risher's getting agitated and he won't take no for an answer.
So Jennifer got upset and looked at him and said, "Why are you following us?"
They say Risher then threatens to, quote, F them up.
That's when I was like, "Oh, you're big, you're going to punch a girl." And yeah, I ate my words, I guess you can say, because he definitely did.
Watch carefully. Pandurin staggers back after witnesses say Risher pushed and punched her. Then Strozinski gets punched and goes down hard to the pavement. Pandurin steps forward again, throws a kick in Risher's direction, gets punched again, goes face down into a concrete planter.
When I took the fall the second time, I bashed my head up there. I ended up with 3 herniated discs in my neck. He dislocated my jaw, chipped like 4 or 5 of my teeth. When I first went to see my chiropractor, he told me that the force of the punch that I took was the equivalent of getting hit by a car going 45 miles an hour.
The two women are temporarily dazed. Guys pour out of the bar trying to restrain Risher. Pandurin, admittedly drunk and angry, jumps into the fray. Strozinski pulls her to the ground and holds her back.
And I just knew that if she continued, it was only going to fuel the fire and make things worse.
Even with a half-dozen guys or more trying to hold him, Risher breaks free. At one point, he gets back into the women's faces. Strozinski gets a lick in on him.
I mean, it was either I sat there and I let him punch me, or, you know, I defended myself.
When Hamtramck police arrived, Risher claims Pandurin hit him in the face twice. Says he swung back and had to defend himself after other people jumped in. But 2 other witnesses told cops that Risher had, quote, gone ballistic, throwing punches at Strozinski and Pandurin. I tracked down one of those witnesses. He tells me he just happened to be walking by. He didn't know any of the people involved. He says he stuck around to talk to the police because he's never seen anybody hit someone that hard. The police report puts Risher at 6'2", 275 pounds. How tall are you?
4'11". I'm 5'1".
That witness I tracked down says when he told a cop what he saw, the officer said, "I can tell you right now, not much is going to come of this because he's a Detroit fireman." Police did arrest Risher and Pandurin for disorderly conduct, and both charges were later dismissed by a judge. When Strozinski got this security video, she tried repeatedly to file a police report in Hamtramck.
Nobody would ever let us make a police report.
You wanted to press charges for assault?
Absolutely.
Do you think he got a pass because he's a firefighter?
Absolutely.
Do you think so, too?
Guaranteed.
I just wanted to talk to you about the incident at the Mars Bar. When I approach Risher for his side of the story, he seems to have amnesia. You know what I'm talking about?
Not sure what the Mars Bar is.
The incident where you punched the 2 ladies? You don't recall it?
No, I didn't punch any ladies.
When I offer to show Risher the security video, he declines, but his memory improves.
The fight had started earlier than that. I jumped in to help out, so, you know, I'm not exactly sure what you have or if you have the whole entire thing. I don't know.
But is this incident deja vu? This video shows Risher and his then-girlfriend in another bar brawl. According to a lawsuit, Risher's girlfriend started a fight with a newlywed couple, then Risher jumped into the fray. When police arrived, the suit says Risher flashed his firefighter badge and claimed the victim was the aggressor.
It immediately went against my client, and they arrested her rather than listening to anything they had to say or going and looking at the videotape that the bar had. bad.
Prosecutors eventually dropped the charges and the victim sued, winning a $15,000 judgment. Their suit says Risher appears to be suffering from the effects of too many steroids. He has a larger than usual physique and a violent temper, which he has trouble controlling. Our investigation also reveals allegations of violence at home. Reports show police were called to the Risher's home 3 times for domestic incidents. In one, Risher's wife claims he pushed her into a table and knocked the wind out of her. The report says she wanted to press charges, but there's no record of any charges ever being filed. These women say it all paints a troubling picture of a man who wears a badge.
He doesn't deserve it. He doesn't. He doesn't. There's so many other people out there who are so much more deserving than he is.
I sent Risher a copy of the video. I asked him to point out where he was intervening in another fight, as he claims, about prior bar fights and the alleged assault on his wife. I got no reply. I also asked the police chief in Hamtramck why they didn't allow the women to make a report or look at their security video. He says they should have, and he's now reopening the case and bringing the women in for interviews. Detroit Fire Commissioner Donald Austin told me he would be watching our investigation, and the incident could bring a departmental charge, conduct unbecoming of a fireman.
Scott, that videotape looks like Exhibit A in a civil suit. Have those women considered that?
Samantha Straczynski approached several attorneys, and they all said they wouldn't take the case because there's no money in it. And the first couple that sued only got $3,000 or $4,000 out of the $11,000 he stopped paying. So it doesn't always work. That's why they turned to us for action.
And if you wear a badge, you obviously get protected?
In some cases.
In some cases, not all. Okay.